Have you ever wondered how far humans will travel into space? Mostly everyone has heard about the space race in the past to get to the moon, but since then there has been no excitement about space travel until now. I have always been intrigued by the fact that we are able to leave Earth and reach the moon, which has led me to keep an eye out for new innovations for space travel. Recently, I have researched several distinguished newspapers and media outlets regarding a recent breakthrough. I will share with you the importance of the Falcon Heavy test launch on February 6th by discussing the details of the rocket and test flight status, the impact it has on society, and lastly, what it means for the future of space access. To begin, the background of the rocket and the result of the test flight are equally important. The capability of the Falcon Heavy launch vehicle completely outperforms its competition. It can produce 5 million pounds of thrust on liftoff, which is more than double its closest competitor, the Delta IV Heavy, which only produces 2.5 million pounds of thrust, as reported by Amanda Barnett and Jackie Wattles of CNN.com. The rocket can also carry a payload of up to 144,600 pounds, as opposed to the 62,500 pound capacity of the Delta IV Heavy. To continue, the mission goal was to successfully reach low Earth orbit with the payload. As reported by Tariq Malik, editor of Space.com, on February 7th, the launch was a major success. SpaceX managed to guide two of the Falcon Heavy's first stage rocket boosters to land upright back on Earth. Written by Jackie Wattles of CNN.com on February 7th. Here's a picture of the two boosters. In addition to this breakthrough test, the launch success has resulted in two large societal impacts: the standard for rocket costs and a spiritual impact for every human being. If you didn't know, the cost of sending rockets to space is enormously expensive. However, with the development of reusable rockets, like the ones used in the Falcon Heavy test launch, the cost is dramatically decreased. CEO of SpaceX, Elon Musk, said the expected cost of a Falcon Heavy launch will cost around $90 million. A launch of the previously mentioned Delta IV Heavy cost around $350 million, as reported by Kevin Anderton, writer of Forbes.com on February 7th. Also, NASA's Space Launch System rocket development is estimated to cost around $1 billion per launch. This new, more affordable space travel allows for further exploration of space, which fundamentally brings excitement and hope to the core of every person. Here is a picture of the Delta IV Heavy. In an interview on February 7th with Lauren Gosh of Verge.com, Bill Nye, CEO of Planetary Society, explains that the idea is to democratize space, to lower the cost of getting to many destinations in our solar system. The reason society does this is to further answer two questions we have all asked. Where do we come from? And are we alone in the universe? To continue, the immediate societal consequences opens doors for further innovation in the future. The success of this test launch gives way for an increase in SpaceX's commercial launch services. The Falcon Heavy now sets the standard for heavy-class rockets, and will allow for NASA and other government-run agencies or organizations to perform many more missions due to the new affordability. 2 missions are already scheduled for 2018. Reported on February 7th by Tariq Malik of Space.com, the launch of the Arabsat 6A communication satellite and the Space Test 2 mission for the U.S. Air Force. Also, NASA currently has a $19 billion budget, which doesn't leave room for many missions as their current means are too expensive. However, if you can get a heavy launch vehicle for under $100 million, it changes everything. NASA will be able to go back and forth will go back to the moon for just $10 billion over a 5 to 7 year period. Something they've apparently been trying to do for over a decade, wrote Lauren Gush of TheVerge.com on February 6th. The successful launch hopes to give SpaceX CEO Musk. The successful launch gives hopes to SpaceX CEO Elon Musk that his plans for a larger launch system named Big Falcon Rocket, or BFR, will also succeed and be operational in the future. The BFR is designed to launch hundreds of people into space at a time, which is a step closer to Elon's hope to send people to Mars. The BFR could also be used to transport people around the world in 30 minutes to an hour. For point-to-point travel, as reported on February 7th by Tariq Malik of Space.com. To conclude, the future looks bright not only for commercial space travel companies like SpaceX, but for the entire human species as well. The overwhelming success of the Falcon Heavy rocket test launch, its already visible impact on society, and the optimistically projected future of space travel all play a big part in getting people excited about space once again. Although our location in the universe is few and far between, I suspect humans will travel much farther than people think, and much sooner than anyone anticipates. Here's a picture of the payload for the Falcon Heavy test launch.